today, this is the host, Natalie, and this is the co-host,
Kevin.
So we have a new guest here, and it's my Savannah Monitor, and he's a little bit tired, so don't mind us.
And he's going to be joining us for today, right?
Yep.
Natalie and I are starting a new little series today. We're going to fit it in with our Wednesday videos, but we are going to do a series where we pick the coolest prehistoric or extinct reptiles. The coolest ones. How's that sound?
Good. Okay.
That sounds fun. We'll definitely have to come up with a cooler name than that though, right? This idea was actually recommended to us by a good friend on our Facebook group, Natalie's Reptile Room. Bridget Neer actually recommended this to us a few months ago, and we definitely want to give her credit for this, right? So she had a great idea, and we're definitely going to go with it. So we are going to pick one of the coolest reptiles to ever exist, right? That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Some big ones.
Yeah.
And we're pretty much going to fit it in with our Wednesday with our top 10 coolest reptiles. We're going to fit that in with our Wednesday videos, so maybe one week we'll do this.
And guys, look what I can do.
And then the next week we'll do the prehistoric ones, then top 10, prehistoric top 10. We'll see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
But this is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
But if we do every country in the world every single week, we're going to run out of countries really quick, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're going to run out of them. And all the cool reptiles that are out there today.
Yeah.
So we're going a bit in the past today. And before we do begin, we would like to thank our newest subscriber, Outdoor Adventure. They actually have a reptile channel of their own, so we would highly suggest you guys check it out. But we definitely thank you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you say thank you?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right, and in these videos, we're also going to be including dinosaurs. Actual dinosaurs. You like dinosaurs, don't you?
Yeah, I like little tiny babies.
The baby dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of fitting too, since Jurassic World is coming out. And you've never seen that, so we'll definitely be seeing that at some point. But I remember when Daddy was in school, there was actually like a debate whether dinosaurs are reptiles or birds. What do dinosaurs look more like?
Birds.
You think dinosaurs look more like birds than this guy?
No, dinosaurs look kind of like this guy.
Look like him? Actually, both are true. Birds are reptiles.
Maybe,
I bet you didn't know that.
But Daddy, maybe one day we can get a bird.
Reptile bird?
Yeah.
Maybe. Now, you guys may not have been aware of this, but Natalie and I are not biologists. But Clint from Clint's Reptiles is. And he did a video comparing of how birds are basically reptiles and how those link back to dinosaurs. But we'll link that down in the description below, but we highly recommend you guys check that out. It's seriously cool to find out more stuff about that, right?
Yeah.
We watched that video, do you remember?
No.
No? We'll have to rewatch it. So, with all that out of the way,
Well,
on to the show.
On to the show.
So, we figured we're going to kick this series off with probably, well, no, it is the biggest and the baddest snake that has ever existed, the Titanoboa.
Here, guys, I'll show you all the pictures of them.
Well, just like our top 10 videos, we're guys going to be displaying some pictures on here for them also.
There's a baby elephant.
Yeah, that's food for that thing. Today, we know that the Reticulated Python is the longest snake in the world. You remember that?
Yeah.
And we know that the green anaconda is the heaviest or most massive snake in the world, right?
Yeah.
The Titanoboa punied them both. That's scary. Look at that.
Wait a minute.
Is that scary or what?
That's scary.
So it is believed that the Titanoboa had grown up to 43 to 50 feet long, weighed 1.25 tons, and his body was 3 feet wide. Do you understand how big that is? To put that in perspective for you, The trailer of a semi-truck is about 50 feet. That is taller than our house. That is probably longer than our house. And 3 feet wide is like, his body would have been bigger than that TV. You think that could have eaten a person? Oh, I think so.
If we grabbed his head and you grabbed his bottom, and you were on the roof and I was on the bottom, you grabbed the tail and I was grabbing your tail.
Like from top to bottom?
Yeah.
Not even close. He would be way past the top of our house. I'm talking like from our neighbor's house down to the next neighbor's house. That big. That is massive. And one other thing about them, one really cool thing about them is they were the largest predator on the planet at that time. When they were around, they were the biggest predator in the world up until the megalodon. And we'll talk about the megalodon one day, but that's not a reptile. Still a really cool thing.
When is the other picture of an animal?
The next one we're doing?
Yeah.
Well, we gotta pick a different reptile for that. But as far as talking about like the longest snake, you know the reticulated python is the longest snake in the world, right?
Yeah.
However, the Titanoboa is actually more closely related to the green anaconda.
Yeah.
They're actually very similar.
And guess what?
What?
If that snake is bigger than this table.
Oh, much bigger than that.
And
His head was probably as big as this table. Yeah, that thing could eat an
Wait a
elephant.
minute.
But them and the anaconda, as we go through this, you're gonna see that they're very similar in a lot of ways, and they both live very similar lifestyles as
Look
well.
at his
You
head.
see what he's eating in that picture?
No.
I know what that is.
What?
So the Titanoboa was around like 58 to 60 million years ago, back in the Paleocene epoch. I mean, that's back when Nomi, your grandmother, when she was around. Yeah, when she was doing homework on stone and chisel. Sorry if you're watching this, Mom. So the first fossils of the Titanoboa were discovered back in 2009, which that wasn't that long ago. A few, over 10 years ago now.
Hey, Daddy.
What?
Can I do a little joke?
What?
I'm telling that the snake's been around in like 50 bajillion years.
50 bajillion years?
Yeah.
You can tell.
Guys, snakes and lizards been around since all of us were here.
Well, before we were all here.
Well, this is gonna be a prank. I'm gonna tell them that all of us were here before that. But all of us were here before then.
We were here first.
Yeah, we were here first, and they came to our house.
Oh, they were here.
Yeah,
A Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Megalodon.
yeah, and that giant snake. Look how big the snake was when he got here.
Totally not kidding.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Gotcha. So the first fossils back then were discovered in South and Central South America, and they were discovered in the rainforest, which is pretty important to note in understanding how and why they got so big, the size that they did. Because you don't see really any animal that big nowadays, right? Unless you're talking like a blue whale.
Hey, Daddy, wait a minute. Look how big his fangs were.
I see.
How
Could you
big-
imagine if Pork Chop here got that big?
Who's Pork Chop?
Your monitor. So what would you do if we were exploring through the rainforest and walked into one of these?
I would have ran out of the woods. I'll grab your hand, ran out of the woods.
We would have took off. I mean, look at that picture and the little girl, how big that thing is next to that little girl. That thing would eat a person no problem. Not even think twice. We may even been too small of prey for it, but as far as understanding how they grew to the lengths they did is because back then the ambient temperature, as scientists discovered, the ambient temperature, how warm it is, has a lot to do with how much reptiles grow. And back then, that long ago, it was a lot hotter than it is now. And even today, that's why your more massive snakes, the Anaconda, the Reticulated Python, are mostly found near the equator. But may not be equator. That's like the dead center of the earth.
Yeah.
So, what do you think something that big ate? A snake that massive, what do you think it ate?
I think you would have ate that little guy.
This little guy?
Yeah.
This was probably way too small for him. So like the green anaconda, the Titanoboa was so massive that scientists believe that they most likely spent most of their time in or around water, so that they had buoyancy on their side rather than trying to move all that mass through a rainforest. So kind of like the green anaconda spends its time like in the water, it does that so it can move quicker than on land. So an anaconda would catch you a lot quicker in the water than it would land.
Guess what?
Bad day.
Well, I'll show you how fast we are. I'll show you how fast I am.
You think you could outrun an anaconda?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as what the Titanoboa ate, scientists believe that most likely their diet consisted of like prehistoric crocodilian. So look at this picture of him like literally swallowing a crocodile. Can you imagine how massive a snake needs to be to eat an entire crocodile? They gotta be huge. They also felt that they fed on larger mammals and fish was a big part of their diet. So scientists said.
He's right near that thing.
Oh yeah, that one's just a drawing though. But I mean, that is insane. You know how big crocodiles are. Like how big a saltwater crocodile is. And I mean, look at that thing.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it looks like he's like a white one. And it
Choking it out. So just like the green anaconda, the Titanoboa was a non-venomous constrictor, being in the same family as the green anaconda.
Are they venomous?
No, they weren't venomous, so scientists believe, but they were constrictors. So kind of like the boa today, they would squeeze the life out of its prey. And as we were doing some of this research, I actually read somewhere that they were able to apply 10 times the amount of pressure that an anaconda could put on an animal. That would be like stacking 4 or 5 cars on top of you. Yeah, you want to make it. But as far as when we spoke about them and the green anaconda, is they're both in the same family, the Bodea family. So we've got, the anaconda is kind of like a living dinosaur, ain't it? Mm-hmm. A little bit.
What?
That one looks like the Loch Ness Monster.
Why does he have a hood?
I don't know, between a Loch Ness Monster and a frilled dragon.
That looks like...
That's creepy. Alright guys, so that does it for our Titanoboa video. If you guys like these videos, or you guys want to see more of these prehistoric and extinct reptile videos, definitely give us a like and comment down below. Alright guys, so that does it for this week, and we will see you on Saturday for our next video. And you can say bye to our little dinosaur.
Bye-bye.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.